Morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. 10 o'clock Monday morning, July 19th. Let's give it a couple minutes and we'll start the meditation, okay? Thanks so much for joining. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those of you joining in, good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. Thanks for joining in. And we have, what do we have? How much time we have left here? Let me look at the time. We got about another half minute and we'll start the meditation, okay? Thanks for joining. And I think, let's see. Well, I'm just going to start just a little chit chat until everybody gets on here. We'll give it another half minute here. But thanks for joining, first of all. I'm just feeling really good this morning. I'm feeling, I just had an awareness about peace that has not been there before. And I hope we'll see what comes through the meditation. I need to get my agendas, my intentions out of the way and just be present and allow God, allow the energy to come through, and that is what is needed for each of us. So it's 10:02. So thank you for being here. I really appreciate that. And let me just see here. I think Michelle, I'm guessing you're back from, you should be back from your trip to Chicago. So I'm guessing you're out there, and whoever else is out there joining, thank you so much for joining. Let's meditate. And just allowing your body to simply relax in whatever you're sitting or lying on. Just letting any stress or worries go. And just taking in a nice deep breath. And just notice that breath and just allow all the craziness to fall away for just this moment. Just the past, letting go of the past, letting go of the future. And just allowing the mind, just setting all your need to figure anything out right now. Just set it to the side. Just for the moment, there's not anything to figure out, nothing to analyze. Just allow the world to be as it is. Just allow your life to be as it is, just for this moment. Just for this moment. And right off the bat, I got a little bit of a tap here, so let me just let whatever's going on, let go, get out of my own way here. I think I did have a certain agenda, to be honest with you, because I was really wanting to create a meditation, a peace meditation that I could share with maybe on LinkedIn and Twitter and some of those places. So I'm going to let go of my own agenda as well and just be present in this moment for whatever this moment presents itself. And I think that little notice by spirit just now that happened where they tapped my ear physically, I think that was for me of just letting go of any agendas that I have, so that just the words of spirit can flow through, the truth can flow through, peace can flow through, can not only flow through, but we can be led to that place of peace that is here every single moment, every single moment. And the funny thing is we really do look for things outside of ourselves, that when we stop all the wars, then we'll be at peace. When we have social injustice taken care of, then we can be at peace. When climate change is healed, then we can be at peace, then we can be happy. But truthfully, we might experience temporary peace. We might experience temporary joy, but we have to look to that which goes beyond a temporary state of peace and joy. So, what is that? Well, let's just empty out and see what presents itself. So, right now, I'm just inviting you just for this meditation. Let me just be clear. Just for this meditation, I'm inviting you the following. First of all, just to let go of your need for life or the world to be any different than what it is. I'm not saying you can't, you know, focus on changing or whatever you want to do, but I'm just saying these are the things that get the mind incredibly busy, right? Our mind is busy because we're busy analyzing. Our mind is busy analyzing, trying to figure out how to experience peace, how to experience joy, how to just be happy, right? And so the more we look to the mind for these solutions, the more the mind will try to figure out how to get to those things. But the truth is, the mind will never ever provide you the peace and joy that you're looking for. Why? Because the mind is providing you with opinions and ideas and concepts that are always limited on what the truth really is. And I'm just noticing how once again I've got this agenda going on, and this may happen, and it's okay. I'm going to be aware of the agenda. I'm going to just keep emptying out and coming back to the present moment where peace resides, where truth resides. And I invite you to do the same thing. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with, you know, having an agenda or having an intentions unless it's getting in the way of the present moment. And for me, I feel that it is getting in the way of this present moment. And it gets in the way right now of just allowing allowing consciousness to express itself through me right now. You can call that the Holy Spirit, you can call it God, you can just call it pure consciousness flowing through. And I'm just inviting you to just join me on this this ride, this empty ride, this ride of emptiness, of stillness, of peace. I've said this so many times, but I feel like I need to say this again so that we can put this whole thing called peace together. This puzzle, this puzzle piece, this piece of the puzzle, this piece that is the puzzle. The two different pieces there, right? So peace is when we are flowing with life. It's like life is the river, and we're flowing with the river. We're not trying to control the river. We're not trying to steer the river, direct it, or manipulate it in any way. Life is presenting itself, and we are the ones, the big you is the one that is simply flowing with life, flowing with the river, not asking it to be any different than what it is. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't make healthy changes in the world. It simply means that life has presented climate change. You can either accept that or reject it, but it is here. Climate change is is part of our experience right now. You can either accept it or reject it. If you reject it, meaning you want it to be different and you need it to be different what it is in order to be peaceful or happy, you will not find peace or happiness until that thing is changed. And let's face it, we could pick out 100 things right now that our mind wants to be different than what it is, right? We can just go on and on about all the atrocities and craziness in the world. Are you going to be a victim to those things before you can experience peace? Right? I just want to ask that question again. Do you need all those things in the world to change in order for you to experience peace? And if you do, then so be it. You will not experience peace. You will experience stress and struggle and suffering. The other choice is to accept it. This has happened. And it doesn't mean, by the way, when you accept it, it doesn't mean that you're not going to have some thoughts to say, "Oh, this is crazy. This is bad. I don't like this." And nor does it mean that you're not going to have some feelings around it. Yes, I acknowledge climate change is here. When I'm caught in my person, when I'm caught in my mind says, this sucks. I don't like it. And I'm concerned, literally concerned about the well being of this planet. Be aware of those thoughts, be aware of those feelings. Don't make them bad or wrong, but you still can accept this moment. You can accept, yes, I accept that this is the experience that's been given to me. And by the way, you can also have trust and faith that life and God are bringing exactly what is needed in this moment to come back to a place of to help you to awaken, to help you to awaken. And so life comes along and gives you an experience, and then that experience is here to shake you up, to rattle you a little bit, because there's something you're not entirely at peace with or enjoy with. You can take any number of issues going on in this world: politics, social injustice, climate change, of countries at war, starvation. I mean, literally, we could just go on and on. And what I'm simply inviting you to look at is, can you accept that this is here, and then come back to a place of peace, noticing that there may be thoughts or feelings about that, like, I don't like this, I hate it, I'm so angry about it. Just notice and be aware of those thoughts. Don't make them bad or wrong. Notice those feelings, just notice them. Don't make them bad or wrong, but accept the moment, accept the thoughts, accept the feelings, and then out of the peace in this moment, because you have accepted it, then allow action to arise out of the peace and out of the stillness, rather than action coming from a place of judgment and blame and fear. What do you think the greatest action can be? Do you think the Dalai Lama doesn't make any change in the world because he's at peace with the world? Do you think Nelson Mandela couldn't make any change in the world because he was at peace and accepted the way life was? Do you think Jesus or Buddha or God? Ultimately, if we're to be at peace, if we're fighting against anything in life, we will not experience peace. It can't happen, because your fight means that I have to have this thing to be different than what it is in order to be at peace, in order to be at joy. So the only difference I'm saying is it's not that action doesn't take place, but action is taking place from a place of peace and stillness within yourself that is rooted in truth and love. Or you can take action out of judgment, blame, and fear, which is quite possibly actually an unhealthy, unproductive energy and action, and it actually may be making things worse, and quite possibly is making things worse than better. And all these people that think they're doing good in the world, what they think they're doing good in the world, another says, "What the hell are you doing?" We see this all the time in the political parties. Everyone thinks they know what the right thing to do is, and they think that thing because they're rooted in blame and judgment and fear. And I'm inviting you to let go of your judgment of all the politics, step into this moment of peace that is here right now, and then take action from that place. And the greatest action we can possibly take is when we're rooted in peace, joy, and love, and truth. And truth. And you will not find the truth when you're rooted in judgment of others. If you have somebody that you want to tell you about, hey, give me an update on this situation. Do you want somebody filled with judgment? Or do you want somebody that can simply present both sides of the story without any blame or judgment and say, this is what's going on, and then you can be educated. And this is how the news used to be, right? There wasn't, biased news. It would present both sides of the story so that you could decide for yourself of what felt right in your heart. And that's all I'm talking about, is what feels right in your heart. And what feels right in your heart cannot come from the judgment from the mind that you are wrong, this is bad. And I've had people that, that don't like what I'm saying. They don't like what I'm saying. And a lot of times what happens is because they're saying, no, 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 I am not okay with all the suffering. I'm not okay with all the wars. I'm not okay with the killing. And what I would say to that is, it's okay. It's okay. This is their experience, and it's okay. I'm not judging that. Everybody has different paths. Everybody is in different places in their life. Wherever you are is perfect. I'm just inviting you to explore with me. Can you step into a place of peace in this moment and then allow action to arise out of that peace, out of that stillness, out of that silence? And maybe you can't, and it's okay. That's okay. And just coming back to this present moment. So now this is what I want to say. And I got tapped on this earlier, but I think it just wasn't right timing. What I want to say is right now in this moment, I invite you to just let go or set it to the side your need to fix anything about yourself, about others, or about the world. Just set it all to the side. Why do I say that? Because I'm inviting you to just rest in peace right now. Just be at peace. How do you do that? By just letting go of your need to fix any so-called problems, letting go of your need to analyze any problems, letting go of your need to just have anything be any different than what it is, at least for right now in this moment. just for right now in this moment. And once again, I feel my agenda creeping in here. And so I need to come back to the present moment. And when agendas come in, where is that agenda coming from? Is it coming from your heart or your head? Now, if it comes from your heart, it will be a natural flow of out of that peace and that stillness, and you will feel inspired to take action on that thing. But if it's coming from the head, you will have your own ideas of what you think is the best thing for everybody. And for me, I feel my head getting involved with this. Oh, now I understand peace more. So let me present this to them so that they can be more at peace. And so what I've done is I've gotten into my head about presenting peace. And it's not to say what I was sharing wasn't on target. I feel it was, but I'm also recognizing that there is this bit of a clash going on between my agenda and simply the Holy Spirit flowing through. And it's okay. I'm just going to be aware of that. It's okay. It's all right. And right now, I just invite you just to come back to this moment, come back to being aware of the breath. And if your mind is drifted, just simply coming back to being aware of your breath. Just being aware, whether it's the stillness, the silence, peace, the breath, just being aware brings you back home to who you are, the one who is simply being and the one who is simply aware. And that's why we use the breath in meditation, is because when you start being aware, then you connect with your true self, which is naturally awareness, is a pure beingness, a pure awareness. What do we mean by pure beingness? We mean that there's no trying, there's no effort, there's no doing involved. It's simply witnessing. Witnessing my words, witnessing your breath, witnessing your thoughts, witnessing your feelings, witnessing the physical, the mental, emotional, the spiritual. You are the witness to all of it. And if your mind is drifted, just simply coming back to this present moment. And there's nowhere you need to go. There's nothing you need to do. There's nothing you need to do. You know, sometimes we talk about that you are not the thinker of the thoughts. You are not your feelings. You are not your perceptions, and you are not your actions. You are not the doer of the actions. And it's hard for the mind. In fact, the mind cannot fully comprehend that. It cannot comprehend that because it doesn't know itself any differently than the thinker. But if you are the thinker and you are the thoughts, who is the one that is aware of the thinker? Who is aware of the thoughts? And if this body and mind shall someday pass, and it will, then what happens to the thinker? What happens to the thoughts then? What happens to your feelings? What happens to your perceptions and your actions without no body? Who are you? But if we truly go beyond this physical life, how do we still maintain intelligence? How do we recall memories? Where does the intelligence, where does the wisdom come through when we have lost our bodies? So we have to look at those things that are timeless. I shouldn't say those things because it's not a thing. We have to look beyond the physical, beyond the mental, beyond the emotional, and even beyond the ideas of the spiritual. We have to look beyond all of those things because every one of those things, those thoughts, those feelings, your beliefs, they all come and go. Beliefs change over time. Your body comes and goes, your thoughts come and go, your feelings come and go, your experiences come and go. So you have to see that you cannot be those things which come and go. Otherwise, you would come and go. You would be gone. But you're still here. How do I know you're still here? How do you know you're still here? Because you recognize that you exist. There's something about you that is conscious and aware that you are here, that you exist. And it doesn't take anything, it doesn't take a thinker or a feeler or perceiver or a doer to recognize that you exist. It doesn't take anything physical to recognize that you exist. Conscious awareness doesn't require anything physical whatsoever to be aware in this moment. Well, what I do is I guess as somebody that leads this meditation, I quite often like to bust myself on, my own. I don't even know if I want to say bust myself. It feels diminishing in some ways, and that's not true. What I want to do is really just not only become aware for myself, but to share this awareness with you as an example of sometimes what to do, and then as also as an example of what not to do. And so right now, I just feel, I was feeling so good before the meditation, but I just really feel like my own agenda has gotten in the way of this meditation. And I don't even say that as a bad thing. It's really just about being aware of how my own agendas I feel in my head. And so, what do I want to do about that? I just, first of all, want to let you know that. And secondly, I just want to be aware of it. It's okay. It's okay. And I feel a bit, even a bit out of it. It's okay. Can I just allow myself to be, my mind to be out of it? Can I just allow my mind to be out? Can I just allow my mind to be in its head? Can I just allow my mind to have its agenda? And can I simply be aware of it all, just to notice it? And even this experience, I feel a little bit tired and out of it. Why? Because there's something that I'm being hooked into, that I'm identifying with, as if these thoughts, as if this agenda, as if these feelings about the agenda are who I am. But they are not. And so, by giving the mind permission to think that, to feel that, to perceive that, then I begin to step back into a place of peace within myself. A place that doesn't need my mind or feelings or thoughts, feelings, perceptions, or actions to be any different than what they are or were. I don't need it to be any different. And there's a part of my mind that is still buying into this. I can feel it because there's still this certain, like, I'm not really feeling good about this whole thing. Can I just allow that to be okay? Can I not try to fix that or change it, but simply notice it? And if your mind is drifted, just simply coming back to the present moment, coming back to being aware of your breath or the silence or stillness. Sometimes being at peace means we simply need to accept our thoughts and feelings, recognize that they're not who we are, but accept them. And this is what we were talking about earlier, and maybe I'm being used as an example, perhaps, perhaps not. But it doesn't do any good to fight these thoughts or these feelings like, not really happy how this is going. Just notice that. Maybe you're feeling the same way. Maybe you're like, yeah, this is really not a good meditation. Acknowledge that thought, acknowledge whatever feelings are around that, and then just come back to the present moment. You don't need me to provide a certain meditation to experience the peace and truth of who you are right now in this moment. Nor do I need this meditation to be any different than what it is, to be at peace and joy in this moment. It's not required. Anything outside of me has nothing to do with me getting to be at peace. Not only at peace, but as peace, as the truth of who I am. And so for right now, just setting all your troubles, all your worries to the side, just allowing this moment to be perfect as it is for right now in this moment, so that you're just able to rest in the peace of this moment, the peace that doesn't require anything to be any different than what it is. Can you just rest in that? Just set all your troubles, all your worries to the side. You don't need to fix or change one single thing about yourself or anyone else or the world. Just set all of it to the side. And just for right now, just simply rest in the peace of this moment. Allow yourself to recharge. The world will be okay without you for just a little bit, will it not? Can you just let the world be as it is for right now? And the greatest thing perhaps you can do for the world is to come back to a place of just resting in this peace of this moment. Just resting in the peace of this moment. And when you re-enter the world, you will be recharged and renewed, and see if you can't serve the world better from that place. And just coming back to this present moment once again. And just allowing your mind to be still. Don't try to still it at all. Just allow it to be still. Just just even ignore it. Just even ignore it. Set it to the side. Just don't look to it in any way whatsoever for right now. And just rest in the peace of this moment. And once again, if your mind has drifted, just simply coming back to the stillness and peace of this moment. Just allow everything to be as it is for right now for this meditation. You can pick anything up you want to pick up after the meditation, but right now, just rest in the peace and the stillness of this moment. I'm going to also invite you to let go of the idea, what's next. Just leave that alone for right now. Just leave it alone so that this moment is perfect, the future is perfect, the past is perfect for just for right now. Just allow it to all be perfect for right now. And to let go of any waiting for something else to happen, for me to say something else, for the meditation to look a certain way. Just let all that go for right now. Just let that go. And if your mind is drifted, just simply coming back to the stillness, the silence, just coming back to being aware of your breath in this present moment. Know where you need to go and nothing you need to do. Just be here now. And you may hear puppy barking in the background. Just notice the thought or any feelings or opinions you might have about that, good or bad. Just notice that. Allow that to gently and effortlessly pass on by and come back to being aware of the breath, the stillness, the silence, whatever your focal point is. And can you be at peace with that? And with the barking, it really is just a thought. My mind used to say, what is that noise? Lawnmower outside my window. I'm trying to meditate. I'm trying to be at peace. I'm trying to relax here. Do exactly what I say, and then I can be at peace. Hopefully, we can all see the silliness in that. We can't wait for peace. Just don't allow yourself to be pulled into the drama of the thoughts and feelings. Just simply notice them and allow them to pass on by. So we're going to begin to bring this meditation to a completion. If you'd like to continue meditating, please mute or turn your device off. And thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate that. And for those of you who are ready to finish, just taking in a nice deep breath, just re-energizing this body, filling up the lungs with energy, just making sure we're rooted and grounded in this physical form, and taking your time, and whenever you're ready, opening your eyes and do some stretching in there too. Okay, let's see here. Let me go over to Facebook and stretching. Okay, let's see here. Let me go over to. There we go. Let's see. Cheryl, I don't know if you're still here, Cheryl, but thanks for joining. Good morning. We'll listen as long as my schedule allows. Okay. And I'm guessing probably you're not on there anymore. And thank you, Brett. Have a present week. Yes. And what a present it is this week. Thanks, Michelle. Hope you had fun. Let me know. Sure, send me some pictures of your Chicago trip when you get a chance. Thanks for joining, Michelle. And let me swing back over to, let's see, for YouTube. Let's see, Sandy, I think I can read your YouTube on my software, but I didn't see anything. So maybe you just don't want to comment today. Usually that's not the case, but it might be somebody else out there too. So in any case, thank you everybody for joining. And there's straightforward, uncomplicated. Right. Straightforward, uncomplicated. Good. Everybody have a peaceful day, peaceful week. And I'll be on tomorrow at 10 o'clock. So if anyone wants to join, okay. All right. Namaste, my friends.